Coral Reef in Mauritius have been found guilty of endangering safe navigation. We have details of these and others shortly. Let's begin from Parliament, where the Christian Council of Ghana has described as unfortunate chaos that broke out in the House over the consideration of a controversial e-levy on Monday. We know that some MPs engaged in fisticuffs during that exercise. According to the statement from the Christian Council, signed by the Right Reverend Professor J.O.I. Mante, the developments in the House are a blot on the country's democracy, urging parliamentarians to engage in debate in the House instead of boxing. The Christian Council considers the happenings unacceptable and calls on MPs to lead by example and build consensus over the 2022 budget, which has been a subject of consternation over the last few weeks. The Council also called on leadership of Parliament to put in place measures to prevent future generation of misunderstandings in the House. The latest statement from the Christian Council comes hours after the vote to consider the controversial e-levy under a certificate of urgency turned chaotic, with MPs exchanging blows on the floor during a heated confrontation. At least one MP is reported to have been injured during the process, while many have roundly condemned the legislators for descending into the abyss. We have more on this development in the coming days. We know that a lot of individuals have criticized the decision by a House to engage into disturbances during the controversial e-levy considerations. And we know government will commence the new year and the implementation of a 2022 budget without its major revenue source, as the electronic transfer levy bill. Touted as a game changer, its failure to be passed by the legislature has largely been blamed on the Speaker, Alban Bagbin. Here's a report by Komla Kluche.
We have to do this because of the importance of the matter before the House and the consequences of that matter.
From the commencement of the business on Monday, it was clear the e-levy was the only item to be considered before the House rises. For hours, the Speaker waited and for the singular item to be delivered, but to no avail, as the Finance Committee was still deliberating on the bill before being put to vote. For the third time in a year, shame and rancor rocked the fulcrum of Ghana's democracy. Consensus broke down. With the division called by the Minority Chief Whip and the subsequent attempt by the First Deputy Speaker to leave the chamber, there could be only this explanation by the Majority Leader.
After a while, when he had called for division, he indicated that he wanted to go and take his medication and use the loo.
For us, we are happy. We won't be bullied any longer as a minority party.
At the receiving end of all this is the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Sumana Bagbin. The decision on the e-levy has hit a snag, at least for now, moments after the House adjourned sine die. Blamed on the Speaker's absence, Alban Sumana Bagbin reported to the legislature for his daily work. It remains unclear whether Speaker Alban Bagbin will in this instance take responsibility again. Komla Kluche, TV3 News, Parliament House, Accra.
Now, the inability of a majority caucus in Parliament to negotiate with their minority counterparts on issues could only deepen mistrust and disagreements in proceedings. Political scientists tell my colleague Roland Walker the chaos being recorded in the current Parliament could worsen if strategies for lobbying and dialogue are not adopted.
The incident in Parliament has raised concerns about the level the public could trust their own legislators they've elected into the House. And to get more insights into the implications of Monday scenes in Parliament, we went to the University of Ghana to speak to Dr. Asa Sante and Dr. Alidu Seidu, senior lecturers at the Political Science Department.
If we begin to see this, it does not only affect the image of the person who misconducts himself, but the general image of our parliament as an institution, but broadly and largely the image of democracy in this country. Because parliament is the heartbeat of every democratic processes. So to allow this to happen suggests that we are gradually dragging our democracy in the mud.
It's government whose members, whose leaders in parliament have failed to do the honorable thing. The honorable thing is that engage the minority and take their views on board. Listen to their suggestions. Let us remember that all these concerns are concerns of the people of this country, which they want their representatives to address. So government must be humble enough to listen to them and then do something about this. You can't build this state just in a day. It's a gradual process, a careful thought through process, a gradual process, so that it stands the test of time.
And depending on which side of the political divide you find yourself, there is always the argument about whether the actions of either the majority or minority side in that parliament was right. But there are also proponents who insist that perhaps the majority side of parliament representing government should have undertaken a lot more engagement and negotiated before the proceedings that were undertaken.
If you are building consensus, it doesn't mean you are weak. We need to put aside a little bit of the partisan interest, need to put aside a little bit of the party interest, and then work towards the collective benefit of the Ghanaian population. If we do not do that, we are going to set a lot of bad precedent. We all know Parliament is a house of record, and all what is happening, an attempt to circumvent parliamentary standing orders just to score a political point, an attempt to look so strong, to look so transigent and all those things, it doesn't help our democracy.
The hung nature of Parliament brings to the fore a lot of demands. And what are some of these demands? Demands that you should be able to have constant dialogue with your colleagues in Parliament. The demand that you should be able to jaw over issue. The demand that you should be able to make compromises. If they allow these things to elude them, they are going to have difficulties as we go along.
Now, the main issue of consternation in the House has to do with the e-levy, and now the Mobile Money Agents Association of Ghana has called off their intended demonstration planned for Thursday over this particular levy. General Secretary of the Association, Evans Otumfuo, cited the rise of Parliament as one of the reasons for calling off their action.
We need to present a petition to Parliament, but as it stands now, Parliament is not in session until 2022 January 18, and so we have to rethink about fixing a new date. Or we have to think about indicating or informing the general public of when that action will be taking place again. So because Parliament will be the end recipient of our petition, it means that in the absence of Parliament, we cannot actually, keep pushing or having the demonstration. And then besides, looking at the period in which we are, the police has also advanced that, we are in a Yuletide and their men have already been deployed for various, traffic duties and other security duties. And so it will not actually really be helpful. So if we can reschedule another date, be coming up with an official statement, whatever position that we are taking. Right. So I don't want to, preempt what exactly will be taken. But then we are also going to engage at our level and then look at other, stakeholders, decisions that will be taken. Then when that is officially done, we'll come back to communicate whatever we have decided to do.
Now, the majority group in Parliament has criticised the whereabouts of the Speaker, Alban Bagbin, saying his absence ahead of proceedings on the e-levy late Monday marks of a deliberate attempt to frustrate government business. So, was the Speaker absent or not? Let's find out in this report.
After a 2-week medical absence, Speaker Alban Bagbin returned to his position as Speaker on Thursday, December 16, 2021, and did not mince words about the infighting over the 2022 budget among MPs.
I've taken responsibility for what happened in the House, and I admit the House is neither dignified nor exalted by those rancorous and unruly behavior of members.
On Friday, 17th December, deliberations on the 2022 budget continued. Parliament approved the appropriations bill on Saturday, but the Finance Committee deferred recommendations on the e-levy to Monday. In spite of assurances given by Speaker Bagbin that his objective is not to oversee a parliament that frustrates government business, his inability to sit on the e-levy late Monday and on Tuesday has caused Deputy Majority Leader Afenyo Markin to raise questions.
We cannot proceed to take decision without Mr. Speaker. We need Mr. Speaker in the House.
The situation caused chaos on the floor, preventing action on the e-levy. Banda MP and Deputy Minority Whip Ahmed Ibrahim professed explanation for Speaker Bagbin's absence.
The Speaker you are chastising today was on the plane on the Speaker's lobby, waiting for you from 10 a.m. in the morning up to 4 p.m. before proceedings started on the floor of Parliament.
But no explanation satisfies the majority side, as stated by Majority Leader Oseche Mensah Bonsu.
We came today, we adjourned the House to 9 o'clock, and when we came 10 o'clock, then we had indication that the Speaker said he will not be able to join us at 9 o'clock or even 10 o'clock, that he will come back, he will come here at 11:30. Subsequently, another message came to say that no, he says he can only be here at 12. And I mean, the House cannot be held to ransom.
Currently, the e-levy bill is in limbo. In the interim, the majority side has condemned the minority for engaging in violent conduct to frustrate the process. Meanwhile, the search is still on for Alban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin.
Let's take a step away from Parliament now. And the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers is projecting a 3% increase in fuel prices in the next pricing window, indicating the month of January will be volatile.
For the first window of January 2022, we are thinking and forecasting that prices may surge by 3%. In nominal terms, a litre may increase or may surge by 20 pesos on a litre. So the average price currently, as we've observing in the market, which goes for 6 Ghana cedis in the second window of December 2021, will go up. For that matter, export price for diesel and then petrol average will be sold at 6 Ghana cedis, 80 pesos.
According to the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers, oil marketing companies are likely to use their margins to cushion consumers in the first pricing window in January.
We've also realized that prices were supposed to have gone lower than we are observing in this particular window, because OMCs actually utilize all their margins, which we think that in the first window of January 2022, they may not utilize all their margins. They may reduce their margins by 10 pesos or 20 pesos. When they do reduce their margins by 10 pesos or 20 pesos, then the consumer will benefit. But if they keep their margins fully, then it means that the export price of diesel or petrol could be sold at 6 Ghana cedis, 90 pesos on a litre, which I think the consumer may not actually benefit, because they staggered in the second window of December 2021. I think in the first window of January 2022, they may not charge their full cost recovery.
This could see prices being fairly stabilized at the local pumps in the first month of the new year.
You're still watching the morning news on New Day on TV3. Now, 4 of the suspected criminals running up by the Volta Regional Police at Aflao have been remanded into police custody. 12 others in the Akachi swoop have also been charged. The 4 were facing charges of lawlessness, narcotics peddling, falsely pretending to be public officers, and abuse of motorcycle use. 3 of the 4 were seen in security uniforms searching and extorting monies from travelers along the Ghana-Togo frontiers at Aflao. The 4th remanded accused person was in possession of narcotic substances. All 4 accused pleaded not guilty to the charges and have been remanded to reappear on January 6, 2022. 30 others running up during the same swoop have been admitted to police enquiry bail. Now, the captain and first officer of a ship that ran aground on Coral Reef in Mauritius have been found guilty of endangering safe navigation. And according to officials there, the captain, Sanil Kumar Nadeswash, admitted to moderately drinking during the birth party on board before the MV Wakashio ran aground on July 25, 2020. About 1,000 tons of fuel leaked into the water, sparking an ecological emergency. Mauritius is home to world-renowned coral reefs and popular with tourists. Sanil Kumar Nashtor and his first officer, Suboda Janidra Tilikaranta, were found guilty under the 2007 Merchant Shipping Act by a court in the capital, Port Louis. Nashtor said he had given orders to approach Mauritian waters so that the crew could get phone reception to make calls to their families. So that's it for the morning news here on New Day on TV3. When you stay with the team, Bella Mundi, the rest of the New Day team, there'll be a lot more riveting conversations and discussions right here on New Day. Please stay with us.
Connect FM Bronya Chaza Yesroma Sekendimba 1 week in a years was a display was for one and Zamba no Sabra Sanza Kasi Afim with Tena Aprofona was a bay as a trade and exhibition a vital unit for business growth. You did it was Father party there today. Oh, your second youth center Kundum Square and now Confasson Quadwa Osha Sunday 19 December Zekes Sunday 26 December your second Bronya Rebeshia Padisa the Dofuna for Fufuni Genera Mayanya Sentence Kakra Epedemo Bribu with the Ruasa Franya 0244 244 027 and 0545 572 856. Connect FM Second Bronya Genera Yaniso Nafia no yes Samara Mama Porta so or yes Samara Papa to Jota so what on my year watching Connect FM yeah one
Since 2014, the Sweden Ghana Medical Center (SGMC) has helped many Ghanaian teachers with free cancer treatment. This timely intervention has saved the lives of many members of the Ghana National Association of Teachers (NAT), including their spouses and children.
That financial stress that NAT took, that was a big relief. It was a big relief to the family.
With increasing awareness, many more NAT members are getting free treatment of cancer at SGMC. But in order to sustain this life-saving scheme, NAT is appealing to all members to consider contributing only 5 Ghana cedis monthly instead of 2 Ghana cedis.
We are asking that let us together increase the money from the 2 Ghana cedis to the 5 Ghana cedis.
Remember, a monthly contribution of only 5 Ghana cedis to NAT will ensure that all teachers, together with their spouses and children, continue to enjoy free treatment at SGMC. Watch NAT R on TV3 as various beneficiaries share their touching life-saving stories.
NAT Hour, a documentary of hope for Ghanaian teachers. NAT Hour shows Wednesdays at 5:45 p.m. and on Sundays at 1:30 p.m. on TV3.
party on the lake. This Christmas, experience the 3FM all-white party on the lake. Yes, this time it's the float edition with great experience whilst we cruise on the Dottie Princess and party hard happening on Boxing Day, 26th December, amidst super exciting activities such as beach soccer, live band, pool party, swimming, jet ski, bonfire, and drink ups. It's an all-night fun party from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Rate a cool 350 Ghana cedis for singles and 600 Ghana cedis for double. Man, that's so cool for so much fun. A little party never killed anyone. Join us in your all-white attire. Life is a party, dress like it. The all-white party is brought to you by 3FM, Volta Hotel, and Dottie World.
Front Travel and Tour, African American Beauty Academy. For reservation, please call 0546 063 747. Sponsored by Johanny Auto Cooling Center.
All-white party on the lake.
Do you want to be a star? After an extensive search across the nation, we are down to the top 16 contestants fighting for the top prize of the gorgeous Mentorex title and the opportunity to rise to become the next global icon. And as Mentorex has already taken flight, the selected 16 will face the trial of their lives. Who will surmount every hurdle and survive every eviction to walk away with a brand new car, plus the recording and management deal worth about 100,000 Ghana cedis? AJ, Cute Boy, Jiwonika, Ellie, Tele, Perfect, DSL, Confidential, TM Music, Big Sheet, MFA, KD, Class Test, Lil, Tina Adu, and Wise B. Join the incredible journey of our 16 finalists as they strive to rise to the top of the music industry. You can also engage with us on social media via hashtag TV3Mentor and hashtag Mentorex. Mentorex, discovering the next global icon, showing this and every Sunday at 8 p.m. on TV3. TV3 Mentor takes you higher.
Mentorex is brought to you by Heaven Black Insecticide Spray and Mosquito Coil, and Napa Foods, Sense Body Spray,
Club,
Better Malt, Tom Vita, Close Up, Geisha, Drugnet,
Cowbell, our milk.
Celebrate tonight, celebrate tonight, celebrate tonight. Show them how them go. Celebrate tonight, celebrate you.
Talented Kids Season 13, coming soon on TV3.
Imagine Christ was born on 25th December. How would modern day media react? Your guess is as good as mine.
Welcome back, and if you just tuned in, we're coming to you live from Bethlehem, and there's some breaking news in there. This is definitely something that you must hear and see for yourself, because it is absolutely unbelievable. Well, I have my correspondent on the ground, Giovanni Caleb, and yes, we designated him to follow them all over the place and get the details for us. Giovanni, what can you report?
Yes, I've met a young lady. Her name is Mary. And all she can say is, what shall I say unto the Lord? All right, quality, I say, Unaina.
Make a date on Sunday, 26th December to enjoy this hilarious drama by Uncle Ibo White and Media General.
If me, I'm Joseph, this thing I not let it fly because a DNA machine has been placed somewhere. But for Holy Spirit to eat what I'm supposed to eat, this is not sensible.
Exclusively live on TV3 and Unia TV on Sunday, 26th December, 4 p.m. sharp. You can't miss this.
Whether it's intercourse or
the
interaction.
Holy Spirit that has power over all
So
of us.
you
cannot stop the
do
Holy
you know
Spirit
that does Mary know the Holy Spirit?
Keep watching TV3, first in news, best in entertainment.
Afi come to Yesu bio. Afi shiapa come to Yesu bio. Afi shiapa come to Yesu.
Now listen to the jingle bells you know and the jingle bells you really don't know. Our own version of the same song. Listen to this. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Young guy, mummy him, afia to yembio. Ochina ye yesu awoda ene ye wapata. Hey, mummy him. Afia to yembio. Ochina ye yesu awoda obiara ka mudu. Yenkwe mumye him. Afia to yembio. Ochina ye yesu awoda ene ye wapata. Hey, mumye him. Afia to yembio. Ochina ye yesu awoda obiara ka mudu. Me se ko fa se kan bra. Chabere bra. Penny achi, ever fresh, and a year wapata, you remember when you fine, and home and so on a Jew, oh my God, in so taught ye bra. On the first day of grace, as my true love gave to me, a partridge in a bed, Quampa. On the second day of grace, as my true love gave to me, Paya Wamu. Day 3. On the third day of Christmas, my true love gave to me Fanta Nikati, Paya Nyangwamu, and the partridge in the bed. Day 4. On the fourth day of Christmas, my
Morning, and welcome. It is the 22nd. Oh, I almost thought it was 23rd. And so we are just about 2 days to Christmas. And yeah, I don't know how you feel about it. The Hamilton has messed up everything for me, if you ask me. But regardless, I do hope that you're looking forward to Christmas. And most importantly, you are staying healthy. Because again, the COVID scare is incredible. So many more people are catching COVID now. In fact, to the extent that we're told that all indoor events will be cancelled. And WHO has been speaking, and they're giving advice on this particular issue, and they're saying that, well, it's better for events to be cancelled than for a life to be cancelled. So they're asking all the health directorates across various countries to issue a ban on indoor events. And yesterday, we heard from the Ghana Health Service, and they're indicating that it's likely that all indoor events will be cancelled. And so if you have an indoor event, maybe you should consider moving it outdoor. But I've heard from event organizers yesterday, Mr. George Quay was speaking, Image Bureau, and he says that, well, for a lot of indoor events, they try as much as possible to adhere to the COVID protocols, and they always remind the audience to keep their nose mask on, to keep sanitizing, and to ensure social distancing. In fact, the seating is always done such that one person is at least a meter away from the other. And so if they're being told that they'll have to cancel or reconsider relocating all indoor events, then that is not feasible, especially because outdoor events also come with their challenges. And at least for all indoor events, they make sure to, ensure that everybody stays within the confines of the law when it comes to the protocols. And so I'm not sure what's going to happen, but that is what the WHO has said yesterday. And in fact, this came from the Director General of the WHO, which is the World Health Organization. I don't know how this is going to affect situation going forward, but they said an event cancelled is better than life cancelled. It's better to cancel now and celebrate later than to celebrate now and grieve later. All of us are sick of this pandemic. All of us want to spend time with friends and family. All of us want to get back to normal. And the fastest way to do this for all of us as leaders and individuals is to make the difficult decisions that must be made to protect ourselves and others. And so, which is why they're calling for suspension of all events during this season. So I really don't know. I mean, yesterday there was a major event. Big ups to Stonebwoy and Beam Nation, and of course everybody that was there to support as well. I saw lots of people who were there. At least I saw majority of the people in their nose mask, which is, you know, incredible. So big ups to the organizers. For those who are wearing their nose mask, you need to protect yourself, especially if you find yourself in a crowd that charged, as I saw yesterday on social media. Keep your mask on and give organizers the reason to also have the events not cancelled at this point, because they're relying on you, the audience, and if you're not adhering to the protocols, then it's going to be very difficult for the health service to encourage any of this anyway. So we'll get into that maybe later and have a conversation on that. E-levy is also trending, and again the Ghana Police Service has indicated, and in fact they have responded to questions as to why they did not storm the chamber yesterday or 2 days ago when we saw that confusion happen between the minority and the majority. And they have explained that when it comes to issues concerning Parliament and the chamber, it is the marshals who have to ensure that there's order in the house. And the marshals can only be called on by the clerk in Parliament. And so the police cannot necessarily get involved in matters concerning Parliament and concerning the minority and the majority when they are sitting. However, they have tried to engage the clerk and, you know, the Parliament leaders, and they're trying to see if they can work together to eventually introduce the presence of the police inside the chamber whenever there is a misunderstanding. But that's for later. But at least they're explaining to the public why they could not step in. And a lot of people have spoken. I mean, the Christian Council has, you know, waded into this whole matter and the controversy, and they're saying that we voted you into Parliament to debate, not to fight physical blows. And so that's what is happening at the moment. And we'll get into all that conversation later. Of course, the e-levy has been postponed for now when it comes to the debates, the votes and all of that. It's been postponed till the 18th of January, at least as at last night. Yesterday, that's what happened. And so that means that we're going into the new year without a means of raising the money that we're expected to raise, at least especially from the e-levy, even though, you know, some other appropriation bill has been raised and passed. So we'll get into all of that and more. But Christmas is coming. Share with us what you're doing this season. This is TV3 New Day. My name is Bella Mundi, and I'll have Patrick Stevenson and Cookie join me as we discuss all the matters arising. So keep watching. We're here till 10 a.m. and there's a lot coming your way. Merry Christmas in advance. We'll be right back.
Go to me, Chingo ni alewa katieni go kwaya totu, and the partridge in the bench.
Day 5 again. Sing get it back. Say what? Day on their face. Day of grace. As my true love gave to me, young white.
Go to me, Chingo ni alewa katieni go kwaya totu.
Felix cannot dance, cannot dance.
Felix cannot dance. Felix cannot dance, but oh yeah, the crown is at your beto. Felix cannot dance,
cannot dance.
Felix cannot dance. Felix cannot dance, but oh yeah, the crown is at your beto. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. After today, get on the dance floor. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. After today, get on the dance floor.
Felix cannot dance. Uti wosutio
ba ba ba,
wosutio
ba ba ba, wosutio ba 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 ba.
Ene wonsa totonso
ba ba ba,
totonso
ba ba ba, totonso ba 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 ba.
nine, woso na yo, ba ba ba. Woso na yo, ba ba ba. Woso na yo, ba 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 ba. Hey, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. Hey, I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kit. Happy smile.
Eya wa ye dududu. Eya se bibi ne na mo widie mu. Ebia na stroke yade na ebo won kai.